Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Some Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get your Ken Bozak.
All right, and we're live, bros.
Hey, welcome.
Bros.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. I see you all. There's way too many to start dropping names. But
Do
Do we
thanks
have
everybody
people in
for
the chat
tuning in.
itself? Ooh.
Yeah, hit that with the retweet. Maybe drop your addresses, Wax, Ethereum, whatever. Maybe some NFTs will be thrown out. My co-host is always Nathan, and our guest is Crypto Palm. How goes it?
It goes very well. We've been kind of having an insane conversation about Kirby holding knives and
Yeah, it's
people
dangerous.
threatening Nathan with
They know who
pictures
they
of
are.
knives.
Yeah, quit sending
They
me
know who
pictures
they
of
are.
knives.
It was
There's
not
lots
a
of big
threat,
pictures
it was
of
a shill.
It
Yeah,
was
like-
a chill.
They know if they show
The
me the
knife
right
show.
knife, I'll get excited and buy their NFT, I guess. I don't know.
Exactly.
They're just trying to
way
find
say
the
nice to
exact
meet
knife.
you.
Be like,
Well,
Nice
you know,
to
we're going
meet you
mainstream
all.
now that NFTs have got sociopaths threatening us with pictures of butcher knives to buy their own.
Yeah.
That's peak mainstream
fact.
adoption.
It is.
So I'll let
yeah, I
Crypto
mean that's a
Palm,
sign that we're.
I'm going to let you introduce your friends because you brought some company today. So I'll give you
Yeah, I
that
did.
opportunity to introduce, maybe let people know a little bit about yourself, though, because my audience may not be too familiar with who you are. And then
No, of
introduce
course.
your friends to the Bros and we can get started.
All right. Well, I'm CryptoPalm. You might or might not see me all over Twitter spamming people with pictures of my Pomeranian. But I am a Scottish Chilean artist currently living in Scotland. And my background is actually in indie game dev, but I've been into crypto for a long ass time. Well, like 7 years, something like that. But I only actually just started with NFTs this year, which has been insane because I do come from an art background. I went to art school. I studied at the Savannah College of Art and Design,
Oh,
and I
wow.
studied comic book design, right? So that was extremely fun, but I actually never thought I would make money from it.
You were like the
It was
epitome of people like, oh, so what are you going to do with all that art education you have?
Yeah,
It's weird. They
was
tell
just
you,
like-
they tell you, like, you're not going to make money doing this. Why'd you come to our
No.
school?
It was like literally just me being like 18 years old and being like, this looks cool. I get to draw superheroes.
That's
right?
what kids should do.
And yeah, and then you end up having to pay thousands of dollars in student loans. But let's
Yeah.
not talk about that.
Well, what you need to do is start NFTing those bills every time they show up in the mail.
That's actually
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so I did make a living with my art, but it was in the form of game development. I kickstarted an indie game, a point and click adventure, back in 2013, and developed that for 5 years with a team of people. And I can probably link you guys to that later. But we released that in 2018. I did a bunch of game conferences. I went to Gamescom. I went to, Adventure X, a bunch of these different things. So that was my life for a while. It was mostly game dev. And then after that, I was like, I love game dev, but I like art more. So I really wanted to focus on that. And somehow I just stumbled into the NFT space, and it's just been crazy ever since. But good crazy.
Yeah, I can see how
Um,
that happens. It sounds
Yeah.
sounds like you were pretty much like primed for this. I'm curious, obviously I want to get you to introduce your friends here, but
Mhm.
I'm curious, why did you wait so long since being in crypto and in that, in that know of crypto and blockchain, taking that leap into NFTs about a year or so ago, like you mentioned. Just
Yeah,
curious
of course.
why you waited.
Of course. Well, mainly it was the fact that I had a full-time job up until COVID hit, right? I was working doing art therapy. I worked at a care home doing art therapy for older folks who have Alzheimer's. So I love that. Like I've worked doing art therapy I worked with them, and I also used to work with kids with physical and mental disabilities. And that was a huge chunk of my life. I was actually thinking about getting into art therapy and getting a master's degree in that. But then COVID hit, and basically it wasn't feasible to work at a care home anymore because that was going to be one of the most vulnerable places
Yeah.
for COVID. So I lost my job, and I started looking into, what, fuck it, let's go all in with my art. And that is kind of how I made my way into NFTs. Like from there, it just started like doing the research. I started getting more involved with crypto because up until then, I'd mostly just been holding crypto and trading crypto, but not exploring all the sort of cool DeFi options. And I sort of just went from there.
Okay, so it's perfect timing kind of thing for most people. Honestly,
Yeah.
The silver lining that has come out of the lockdown has been pretty fruitful for those who planted some seeds during it. So I could definitely see how it's just like a good, perfect timing environment. So let's go ahead and start
Yeah.
introducing some of our other guests. We have Victoria, we have Ted, and it looks like Sistine.
Sistine. Let me just do a quick little introduction and tell you who these guys are, though. We all actually run a little Discord server together. This started a while ago. I met T3D. His name is actually Terry, but everyone calls him
And you
Ted.
froze.
You cut out at the perfect moment.
It couldn't have been perfectly
because-
timed better. Yeah, you broke up
What's
at
that?
the best. You broke up at the best spot.
We
I
heard
did?
Ted, and that was it.
I was explaining Ted's name. Everybody calls him Ted, but he's actually T3D. His name is Terry, so it's Terry 3D. But it looks like Ted, right?
It is Ted.
Ted for short.
but anyway. Ted for short. But anyway, we run a
Exactly.
little Discord server that we started because we were basically feeling like we were having a huge amount of trouble getting any visibility and getting any traction. We were just like drowning in this sea of shill threads and just like Twitter noise. It was just like nonstop. And we wanted more, actual connections with each other and other artists. So we thought, let's make a little group, like a little Discord channel or something where we can all just, hang out, support each other, give each other advice, and so on. And this was like a month ago, right? And it started with just 3 people. And now we're at something like 150 people. And that's going on an invite-only basis. We
Oh, wow.
we reach out to people.
250 today.
How many?
250 today.
Holy fuck.
Very
When
good.
that happened. And like for reference, we actually had Annoying Orange, like the guy who created the Annoying Orange videos. He joined us. He's like one of our members in the squad
that's
now.
so awesome.
So yeah, so we're getting like all kinds of cool people in there. And Ken, I know you hate Discord, but you should swing by and say hi at some point.
I definitely should. I only live on Telegram because I earn shitcoins there. So
Yeah.
as soon as I can earn a shitcoin on Discord, I promise.
Well, if you use Brave browser, you could earn
Okay, that's true.
basic attention tokens.
And it's like
You're right.
$1 now. You're absolutely right.
It's like nothing. Yeah, it's absolutely nothing. But I mean, like I've made like $10 using Brave in like 3 months. But you know, still something better than nothing.
I've been
right?
using
Dude,
Brave
$10.
browser though since it came out. So I'll be honest, I actually have a decent amount of chilling in my Uphold wallet because it was sub a penny when I started earning it, and now it's $1.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
definitely some good.
It
All right,
adds
so
up over
let- yeah.
time. Yeah, so keep going. Yeah, you were talking
Okay,
about
so
the
Tori.
collective.
Yes.
Well, the collective, that's basically it. We're a little Discord where people can come. We try to do something which is like the daily retweet, right? We pick 3 different artists from our channel every day, and they all get to pick one of their tweets that we're going to feature, and a bunch of us try to give them like a massive boost. So you'll see something like 40 of us retweeting.
Oh, I want in on
3
that.
different-
I want to help artists.
Yeah, right.
I love retweeting art.
Yeah, very
Yeah, I know. And we also have like a self-care channel where people can come and, you know, vent about whatever's bothering them, or like if anything's going on in their lives that they want to chat about, they can go in there and someone will be there to support them and to hear them out. And we also have like art critique channels and other fun stuff like that. But mostly it's kind of like a general hangout zone where we all just, and we just got a Crypto Voxels museum.
Oh,
So
yeah,
that's-
I saw that.
That's
That's
awesome.
pretty
Yeah,
dope. Is
that's
it a
been-
museum or a mansion? It's like hard to tell. in
it's a
crypto.
gallery. I
It's
keep
a
calling it
gallery.
museum. It's a gallery. I actually just spur of the moment decided to splurge on that with some of my earnings, and decided to just let everyone in the squad sort of have at it.
That's
And-
how you reinvest in yourself and reinvest in
Yeah.
your community for sure. It looks
That's
like
what yeah.
Victoria's over there minting in Happy NFT right now.
Yeah.
Are you drawing?
Oh yeah, yeah. Not
Future
for
NFT.
minting. This is crap. No, no.
All right.
It's terrible. I'm really
Yeah,
disappointed that Pom didn't mention how I got involved. We were making egg puns at each other on
We
Twitter.
were making egg puns. We were talking about Aito.
Yep.
Aito, you know, the collector, who goes by the little egg symbol, and we were just making horrible egg puns, and that's how Tori and I met.
Yeah,
So
and now
I
I'm
think
here.
that's a good
That's my whole
lead
journey.
in, though. That's probably a good
Excellent
lead in for
way to
you
meet
to
each
introduce
other.
yourself,
Oh
Tori.
yeah, yeah. It
So
was,
do you want to?
well, I think that should just be my origin story. It's that we were making egg puns, and now I'm here. Yeah.
So now you're gonna
Nothing
have
else.
people trying to communicate with you, Victoria, through egg puns.
No, you
Yep.
have to communicate with Pom. She's the one with the invites. Don't come to me. I'm not like some middle person.
Oh, you do have invites though. You just don't use them.
See,
I don't
there
like to use
there goes that bus.
like, leave me alone, please.
Yeah. So what should I talk about myself?
Well, just
So
maybe a little bit
I'm-
about yourself, your art, how you got involved, and how you're using NFTs right now.
Oh, I have no idea how I got involved. I think some algorithm found me and put something in front of me that said NFT, and I looked it up. And then at some point I ran into Pom, and it just happened, you know. But
yeah,
I've been doing-
Tori, like
art my
you
whole
don't
life.
come from a crypto sort of background, right? Like,
no,
crypto
I
is
had
pretty
no
new to
idea
you.
what crypto was. I was really annoyed at how hard it was to like buy crypto on an exchange, because I'm just like, damn it, I want to make some NFTs and hang out with these cool art people. And I was so frustrated because I didn't understand any of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm brand new. I'm baby NFT artist. But
Oh,
I've
but
been-
you're still one of the OGs in our Discord. At
that
least.
was
Yeah.
pure luck. Pure-
I
That
love
was
the
tough.
honesty. I feel the same way
Yeah.
about some of the things I stumble into just by, good timing and the universe just lining things up. But I'm curious, as a new artist, not coming from like a crypto background like Palm maybe, how would you, say your experience has been? And maybe if somebody is listening that's coming from a situation from where you were, not knowing much about crypto, but an artist that wants to get in, what would be like a key piece of advice you wish you could go back and tell yourself before you got so immersed?
Oh, go back and tell myself. Seed phrases are really important. Maybe.
Oh no, my heart just dropped.
What else? Yeah, maybe like be careful with your passwords and things. I don't know.
Yeah,
Try to
a
keep
lot of
safe.
people have
And
had issues with that.
I'm
yeah,
wondering how
yeah.
many artists there will be out there that lose their private keys to accounts they've gotten even maybe verified on Rarible or X, Y, and Z, and now they can't even mint from their own stores or even get access to their commission fee funds that they're earning from
Yeah.
their sales.
Yeah, that would suck.
Oh,
But
that's
other than
painful.
that, just like please jump in straight away because the sooner the better. And this is the future of art. I really believe that, even though I'm so super new. It has been, in contrast to the real world, an incredible time. Like every day, I'm just stoked to be here. So please learn as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and get into it.
So
And
T3D
Tori actually is great because she is exploring more platforms than I am. You're doing Ghost Market, right? You're doing Paris as well.
Oh.
Paris, yeah, and I've done Signer Art app as well. I really like
yeah.
all of those.
I really
it's
like
hard to
Ghost
sort of pick a
Market.
home.
Could
Oh,
you get
Ghost
me
Market's
a link to your Ghost Market, or Palm, if you have one for her,
yeah.
can you DM it to me? I'll bring it up on screen for the chat, and I'll share it in the live
Cool.
chat. But
Oh,
yeah,
yes,
I've
yes.
been buying some art on Ghost Market recently, mostly music, but I've been purchasing
cool.
some art as well. Just like the different blockchain, different almost like saying it's like a different type of canvas and different type of paint that I like to collect different physical arts of, from
Yeah.
oil paint to pastel to things in between. That's how I look at different
I love it.
blockchains. Ethereum's like that high-end canvas with that like really expensive paint with a really nice paintbrush and all that, and other blockchains may be different in the sense of, like I said, like an oil paint or something maybe a little bit cheaper because the cost of production isn't so high.
Yeah, it's so good. It's such a good market. I'm really loving it. And I think, honestly, like the artist profile that you get once you're verified is one of the best looking in the whole scene. I think it's so sharp. And
On Ghost Market.
yeah, on Ghost Market, it's fantastic. And like today, I sold something really cheap because it doesn't matter. It doesn't cost you hardly anything in transactions. So I'm selling things for like $2. And then I bought 2 pieces off that artist for a couple dollars each as well, and it's just so cool. They're just cool little small collectibles,
Yep.
Whereas on
It's so much cheaper than buying on ETH. Yeah, on OpenSea or.
Well, could you imagine buying art for fun again? Like that used to be a thing, but apparently every piece of art has to be an investment. Every one of them, all of it.
Close.
There is no.
I mean, that's what some people think. That's what some people
hate
think, but
that.
I just buy anything with a Pomeranian in it. Like Tori can tell you, I've bought Pomeranian themed art from her. I have
She would not let me sell it to anybody else.
I would not
Hear that
let
in the
I
chat.
saw it.
Start whipping up some Pomeranian art.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
so.
for real. Like I will buy pretty much. You know what? I have no judgment when it comes to Pomeranians. I will buy like even like the shittiest like MS Paint Pomeranian.
That's what I said.
I'll
I'm
buy
the same way
no
when it
hate
comes to
on
Bro.
MS Paint. I just added a good friend of mine who only does art in MS Paint today, and you're shitting on MS
so
That
good.
is an artist
No,
who
MS Paint is
remembers
cool.
his roots, though. Without MS Paint, where would we be today as digital artists?
Exactly. No, I mean that's where I started. No shame in an effect.
And you know how me and Nathan mentions this a lot on our podcast. How like Picasso went back to his roots and sold like a pen with a brushstroke. Like, wait for Beeple to go back to an MS Paint day when he feels like it, and now MS Paint is like the vibe because Beeple decided to go back to his roots and just make like.
I think that's when
MS
his art
Paint
will
is like
become good.
lo-fi. It's like cool. It's just like
Yeah,
where
if
we
you need
all
an artist
started.
who only does MS Paint, I can hook you up. Just joined the NFT game.
So
even with an artist like
Victorious,
Beeple now,
touched-
you see like it's not like the craziest animation or high res stuff. It's just like it's a cool image that means something. That like some of the most famous artwork still to this day is that old style, but the fact that like this newer style of art that is actually the old style of art is coming to age, like the clip art style and the pixelated stuff. I love that. I think it's amazing.
I love
Trash
pixel art.
era.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
great.
It's the beginning of a renaissance, and that's like sort of like
For
the
sure.
telltale sign of it. Yeah, you can go back.
There's going to be
and
growing
sort of see
pains, but like
precursors.
whenever you're doing something like huge, there's going to be some mild downsides.
I wanted to jump onto this with T3D over here, and maybe let's Sistine get in with something that.
Okay, but let me
Victoria
just say that I
actually touched
posted the
on.
link.
Oh, you did?
I posted the link to Tori's thing. I sent it to you as a DM.
Thank
so,
you.
yeah.
Got it. All right.
No
so,
problem.
Thank you, bestie.
she touched on something I thought was really cool. She, mentioned being able to buy like, inexpensive collectible art. I'm wondering, where do you see this going with Ethereum, where it is only expensive art? There isn't any such thing as a $1 NFT on Ethereum.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
do you
it
see
really
that
sucked.
going for artists?
It's
Like, which of us?
Oh, I
All
was
of
going to
us?
let T3D jump in on that because he hasn't had
Yeah,
a word
T3D.
edgewise.
Yeah, T3D. Get in there.
Sure thing.
Definitely
I
hard.
think maybe with like the 2.0 or the new layering that's rolling out sometime, hopefully in the future, that will change a bit. Because I still think like miners need to be paid as well, but I hope it changes a little bit. Like I would love to see Rarible, like the gas cost be lower so people can also buy collectibles more, because I'm using Rarible for my own collectibles.
Mhm.
I like to split my markets that I use like 1.1 versions, only an OpenSea, and Rarible for my collectibles, because I like to, have a different audience on different platforms.
Ooh, and you should totally send Ken a link to your mimics. They're so cool.
I will do that.
Yeah, take
Yeah,
your
do
shot.
that so Ken can drop that in the chat. T3D has been doing like you guys know like the mimics from video games like Final Fantasy, basically like the treasure chests that turn into a monster when you open them. Okay, well T3D is doing a series of different like objects like what have you done? Like
That sounds
I'm
cool.
pitching for
Anvil,
you here.
I've done an anvil, a mimic, a gift basket of eggs,
Oh, nice.
quite some things. I'll share you the link.
I just bought your Who Man Reject 001 because it's
oh
freaking
yeah,
adorable.
yeah, those I put up today. It's
This
super
is
fun.
what you put up today? Yeah, I love it. I love
Yeah.
the style.
Thank you so much.
You bought it?
Yeah, I bought it. It reminds me sort of
Let's
kind of
match it
the
up.
Scream, and I don't know if that's what you were going for, but it kind of has like the Scream type of vibe to it.
Yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. It's part of like an ongoing series, and there are some humans that you can only be gifted, and they're one of ones, and
Oh.
then those guys are purchasable. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to tag someone who looks like that human, right?
Yeah, you need to tag somebody or give it an origin story. So the first two that got given away were this human is my is how I felt yesterday or something, and the second one was this human is how NFTs make us feel. So they're like that's their origin sort of thing.
So
That's
you
their
earn
origin
by
story.
community lore building.
Oh yeah, it was just
Yeah.
it was just fun for me. I really like giving stuff away, and Ghost Market you can do that because it costs you like 20 cents or whatever. So
It sounds to me sort of like LARP art.
LARP. art.
Yeah.
Yeah, like live action
Like
role
live
playing
action
art,
role play.
giving art
Ah.
a lore and being able to role play into that lore kind of is, that's kind of what you're doing with the art, the way you explained it. It feels to me like that's how I would feel as if I was giving a character a background
Yeah.
and stuff. And
Or like D&D kind of.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gamify art on top of things because they're NFTs. You yourself wouldn't even have to be involved. Anybody that's a developer that sees this art, that sees the lore behind them, they could just build a DApp around it and just say, hey, there's a DApp for that now. Which I think artists aren't really aware of when they're using NFTs, that there's going to be a nerd out there buying your art who's not just buying it to have it in their wallet. They're going to build a DApp for it, a game, or incorporate it into a game where you're like, that human may be a character in a Grand Theft Auto type thing where I could walk around and beat people up with that skin.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic.
That would be amazing.
Especially
love
with
it,
Ghost
yeah.
Market, they got a lot of devs. And I
You
got
know,
some
kind
links
of-
here from T3D for his rare
Oh, hell
to
yeah.
bring up real quick for everybody.
Yep.
So there
Yeah.
you go. T3D was talking about using different platforms, and I definitely have to agree with that. Having a museum quality art, a gallery quality art, and people that make the same art also put art up in cafes and things like that, or do mass productions on like Hallmark cards where it's infinite, print, but it's to get their art out there and to just do different marketplaces. So I'm checking out T3D's art, and so you make all of this like from. Oh, I can see Rareable did you dirty. The background looks all like low quality. I know you didn't do that. Yeah, if I click on it, it looks a lot better. The preview,
Yeah,
it gives you that like Looney Tunes look, where it's like
Yeah.
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 it looks a
they do
lot
that.
better when I zoom in on it and click on it. This is crazy, bro. So how do you make this?
I sculpt them from scratch in ZBrush and then paint them all in ZBrush and then render them out. But yeah, everything is just started from like a cube or a cylinder or a sphere and did from scratch.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
buy
like-
one of these today. I'm gonna buy the anvil. Oh, buy now. There's a buy now button. Proceed. I just put some Ethereum into this wallet so I could buy Ethereum art because everyone's yelling at me for not buying enough Ethereum art.
You gotta grab something occasionally.
T3. I mean,
Come on,
God, you're
man.
all making sales.
All right,
Congrats.
I bought it.
To use it in a D&D game because
Yeah.
mimics would be a perfect fit for D&D.
Definitely.
I just like
We
the art, man.
actually-
It's pretty badass, bro. Like that anvil shark. I don't even know. Like that. What the hell
It's
like
like
inspired
anvil
that? How high were you?
I don't even.
How high were you?
I live in the Netherlands, but I don't smoke or use drugs. Like,
I would have lost that bet.
Ryan.
you aren't the only one. Like some people have seen like my OpenSea work and were like, "The fuck are you on?"
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
this is
no.
some really creative, like Tim Burton shit.
I know, right? T is
love the
so
anvil.
fucking talented, and he's been going so under the radar. I'm constantly yelling at people like, check out his art. He is going to go huge. Like, he is
Yeah.
just brilliant. Like, I can't say enough good things about
just
T's
want
art.
to not really
It's really
shill,
cool.
but plug that my auction is running for 2 more days of my newest fair piece. I'm very happy about that one.
So I
Nice.
wanted to bring this up with all of you,
And
and
chill
maybe
away, too.
Sistine can jump in on this and chime in with their perspective. Putting a buy now price on something on like Rarible may intimidate people from even submitting a bid offer, even if they wanted to offer half of what the buy now is, and that may be all you get as an offer, so you would accept it. But they're intimidated by even lowballing their artist. They don't want to be disrespectful, or they don't want to pay so many gas fees because they're not even sure if you'd accept that offer. So there's like a lot of intimidation factors I think that go into buying NFTs right now. Do you think the buy now may be affecting the bids, Sistine?
Yeah, I'm sure it does affect it in some way. But that's kind of also answering the question from earlier of where I want NFTs to kind of go in the future. Like you said, I feel like a lot of people are buying more as an investment to sell later on, and less, artists don't really do this, but less. I feel like people buy now more to sell it in the future for money. But I would love if the whole community, outside of just the art community that we're a part of, that would start buying art just because they enjoy it. Because that's something that I think we all value a lot, and that we're excited to see is happening on Twitter and just with the people that we know, even outside of our group. I think it's just going to get there eventually, but it's just taking a while. So hopefully that buy now button could kind of make things, if somebody sees something, it maybe makes a reaction where they could just buy automatically, and then not have to worry about the auctioning, and not have to worry about the things like that. So hopefully it'll kind of bridge that gap in the future.
Yeah, when I see those buttons, it's almost like the kind of one-click buy on Amazon. Like, you can get really tempted by it. Like, it might be intimidating, but at the same time, there can be that impulse buy, like, oh, there's the button, click it. So I think it can
Yeah,
depend on.
I like the differentiation between like a Rarible, you can offer a price, but on OpenSea there can be like a set minimum for like auctions and things like that. So when you're doing an auction, you have a sort of set minimum that people have to offer before they can even start the auction. Or
I'm just
add
going to
to-
grab another soda. Keep talking.
I don't mind if people want to offer a little bit like less for a piece of work because they can't afford it. Just reach out in DMs and explain it to me instead of like just putting only a low ball offer, so to speak, that just seems a little bit rude. But if people just reach out and explain to me like, oh, I would really love this piece, but it's a little bit lower than I could offer, that's a different situation. But a lot of things really
Totally.
depend on communication.
Yeah, and it also lets you know that people like your stuff. So while they may feel intimidated to insult you, one thing that they're also doing in the process that they don't realize is actually complimenting you too and saying like, hey, I actually want your stuff. I just maybe can't afford it. So communication is important. And yeah, people shouldn't be afraid to reach out to artists to make offers. Just be respectful.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to
Yeah.
bring this
Absolutely.
up. Hopefully encourage some people in the chat to do just that,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are, from, inside my own little community that I have of just, mixed buyers and sellers, I see intimidation on both sides of the
Yeah.
field. Artists are intimidated by their buyers. They don't know if they should be shilling themselves, or maybe they're not shilling themselves enough or too much, or are they not
Or we
doing
don't know
enough?
how to price stuff. Pricing is the
Right.
hardest
If I
part.
sell this
Oh, yeah.
piece of
Oh,
art for
pricing,
this,
don't
somebody's
talk to
going
me
to get
about that.
mad at me because they paid
Yeah.
more for the last piece, but I wanted to value this
Right.
piece lower. And then the buyers, they're intimidated to reach out and they're intimidated to bid. And so I see so much intimidation right now in the industry because of this. And the only people that aren't intimidated are the sharks and the whales. And they just, go about their day. Nothing affects them. But the average people that are coming in are very timid, I think, when it comes to this. Even, again, both sides. I'm curious, if you think that we'll be able to see this, hype phase kind of fizzle out and go back to what it used to be before, Mark Cuban and Gary Vee got involved, where people were just, they didn't have any worries. They didn't feel intimidated because there wasn't so much responsibility and expectations. And it just, now I can see how artists feel like they have a lot of responsibility, because for some reason, every artist feels like they're a company with investors instead of an artist with collectors. And now collectors are acting like investors and treating artists like CEOs. And it's become a weird paradigm in this moment of like mass adoption. Do you as a collective, whoever wants to touch on this, do you think that this is how it's probably going to be? Like everything will just be an investment opportunity and an investment vehicle? Or can we go back as this goes into a bigger mainstream adoption to where it's just like we can buy an NFT and not worry about it being like, everything has to increase in value, otherwise it's a scam?
I think the differentiation between people buying things because they like it and buying something because they see exponential growth in it is an important thing. But I also think, yeah, sorry.
Go ahead.
I also think it's very important that people just buy something they like and not only because they see like growth in it. Like most of the artists that buy my work are artists as well. Like I don't really have a lot of collectors, sort of to speak, that buy my work. It's mostly artists who like my work and want a piece of that to just hold on to.
Yeah, but I just manipulated your market by buying a piece of your art on a live stream with like 100 people watching. So
Yeah, everybody's gonna be all over your art now too.
Pump it.
I want to pop in and I want to say that I think a huge thing is going to be building community, right? I think that's going to be massive. It's going to be one of the ways we go forward with this. Instead of making it intimidating, you have to start forming bonds with other artists and with your collectors and turn it into a community, like where everybody knows each other, where everybody feels comfortable being able to speak kind of like on the same level, instead of like lionizing your collectors and thinking, oh, I can't talk to them, they're too cool for me, or the collectors thinking that they can't approach artists. I think everybody should be part of the conversation, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the only way this is going to be feasible for all of us going forward, is by being like, an NFT democracy.
People talking to people, not vending machines.
Yeah, that, and I think that, early on when we were first starting a few months ago, whenever things started to get really ramped up, there was just this like pressure to for everyone to continue to create things and to mint things and just kind of get out there right now, because this is, this kind of a
FOMO.
boom. Yeah. And so I think that I've already felt that kind of slow down. Just
Yes,
people
absolutely.
are taking
It's getting
their time more, and it's just, they're trying to think about their next moves and hopefully think long
And it's
term.
better.
So
It's healthier. Yeah.
Well,
I
there's a
definitely think it's better
balance.
for a lot of people.
You have to get your stuff out there, but you also, to create value, you have to have some scarcity as well.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
I think you see a lot of artists like rushing to establish themselves, and then they want to kind of like really pull it back and establish the scarcity at that level.
And even just
that's
from
what's
like a mental health perspective, it's just like logical to pace yourself, because you cannot create solid work if you are stressed and driving yourself to the point of burnout. You won't be able to keep up the quality of your work. You need to remember to sleep, remember to eat, remember to take care of yourself as
This
well.
industry doesn't sleep, whereas the traditional art market has very specific hours. It's usually like 8 p.m. to like 1 a.m. These galleries are doing stuff. Like it's very, it's like there's
Full
a
on,
time for it. Whereas this, it's, you might be getting up at 3 a.m., 6 a.m., 9 a.m. You're doing the same things at all those different times.
Yep.
So
and having different time zones, I think, messes with that. So it feels like anytime I get on, it's already going. I've already missed something, and I think that's
we're all working with
problematic.
people like around the world,
Yeah,
exactly.
I know.
I
My
have to get
time,
up and
like
be
my
on-
sleep schedule. Yeah, I know Tori can attest to this. Tori, what time is it
I
over
had
there
to
now?
Be here for a podcast at 4 a.m.
oh no.
Yeah.
Tori stayed up until 4 a.m. just for you guys.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
we appreciate it.
Much appreciated.
No, I appreciate you guys, but I
Thank
want
you.
to also interject with a speaking of community thing and say, do we have many like squad members listening? Do we think?
There's
Probably. I think we
100
do.
people watching live right now. We're on
Oh,
about
wow.
7 to 10 different platforms. All I can see
Wow.
is stats from 6 of them, and it says there's 113 watching live now.
Wow.
So
Oh,
there's
cool.
probably
Well, I
some
just
on
was-
Twitter, some on Facebook,
Hi.
some on YouTube. They all add up.
I thought if there are
Nice.
any squaddies around, you guys are amazing and have been
Yeah.
so supportive of each other and what you're doing.
Yeah,
That's
buy
That's
each
what a lot of
other's
people have
art.
to do. You create your community and they speak for you.
I've been a big advocate for
They're a
artists
great
buying
bunch.
other artists' art, because if more artists
Yeah.
buy art, there'd be less starving artists. You know,
Yeah.
that's the whole thing of rising tides raises all ships. If all the ships chipped in to rise the tide, they'd get up there a little bit quicker together. And see the art community kind of really springboarding that economy, that barter economy, where it's like we're now selling our goods and services for labor and things in between, and much rather have a piece of art than fiat. I'd much rather have a piece of art than a shitcoin. And most people in this industry right now are very similar in mind. There's 21 million Bitcoin, but there's only one mint one of one. And that's sort of how like the billionaires in the world view art is once they've reached that billionaire level, what do? They acquire something like the Mona Lisa, they lease it to a gallery, and they earn monthly revenue from the gallery that they let borrow their art because they know there's X amount of gold, there's X amount of, but there's only one Mona Lisa, right? So that's where I think the Bitcoin billionaires, like the Winklevoss with their nifty gateway, they have understood that for a while. There's wealthy people in the traditional finance sector, like Mark Cuban, coming in, applying the same ideologies, saying, yeah, there's 21 million Bitcoin, but there's only one mint one of one of LeBron doing that dunk, and I got it. So I think, even touching things, getting an NFT directly from an artist, I think will be a lot more important in the future than buying at secondary market. Very similar to like buying a Banksy from somebody who bought a Banksy, than like being in that YouTube video in New York City where you actually like bought Banksy's art from, it could have been Banksy in disguise for all we know. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm curious though, and I do want to kind of touch on this topic since I have so many artists here. And I've actually had these conversations with some people off air. The impatience that I see with artists is so discouraging. They burn their art if it doesn't sell, or they just stop listing, or they don't, feel like it's worth investing in themselves to pay those gas fees to mint another piece of art because the last piece hasn't even gotten a bid on it. I'm curious if anybody wants to touch on a little bit of like the impatience that we've seen with some artists in this space, and even some of the buyers with waiting for new art. Give me more, I want to buy more, and it's like the quality is supposed to be important. Like, give me time, but they just want you to push things out and get more buyers. And I'm just curious, if anybody wanted to touch on that, maybe encourage more artists to just show some patience when trying to sell their art.
Yeah, I think. Sorry, T3.
Oh, no, you go ahead, Sistine.
I think the impatience has to do with some of the desperation that comes along with, there's a fear that comes with feeling like you're going to miss the boat. I think that's where some of that, that's where some of that impatience comes from, I think. So I think with that, it's just learning how to believe in yourself and believe in the work you're doing, and that eventually it'll find the right people. And, for me, I haven't even minted anything of my own. I haven't tried to sell anything, which has been really great because I've gotten to build community with people without there being a secondary, trying to sell at the same time. So I think there's a lot of people that do a lot of different things. Some people wait it out, some people are selling immediately. And I think that impatience is so linked to that fear that everyone has about getting left behind. So.
And I really want to point out that NFTs are like just completely attached to crypto, right? And what a lot of artists who are coming into the space who haven't been in crypto don't realize is that there are very slow periods in crypto. There's going to be moments of huge hype and huge highs and everything moonshotting, but there's also a lot of really slow periods where nothing happens. And if that's happening with your art, like, that is not a sign that you're doing a bad job, that you should burn everything. It's just how the crypto kind of pattern goes. It's just the rise and fall of the market, and the NFT market is just like anything, like the Bitcoin market or anything you'll see on Binance. Like, don't get discouraged by that. It's just the way of the market.
Yeah, if it's slowing down, it's a great moment to just increase your portfolio as well. Like, oh, it's not selling. Oh, that's not really a problem, because next month, when things are selling, your portfolio will be stocked as well.
Or also, it's a great moment to do collaborations with people, to get in touch with other members of the community, to make friends, to kind of like get involved in events, other stuff. Like, there's so much you could be doing rather than just consistently minting and trying to sell. Like, really, there's just keep laying the bricks for your future in the space,
Yeah, most definitely.
I swear I'm embarrassed because I'm live streaming this. I'm trying to buy a piece of your art, Palm. I don't know how to fucking work OpenSea. I swear I don't buy Ethereum art enough.
No, she delisted everything yesterday.
Yeah, I delisted everything. The problem is. Yeah,
Damn.
no.
That makes sense, because I'm looking, I'm like, but nothing can be bought.
Yeah, no, right. So
itself.
the thing is, let me explain this though. I delisted 4 of my pieces because I am going to be auctioning them off in a live auction this Saturday, right?
Oh no.
Yeah, no, but you should come though, because here's the thing: you don't need to pay in ETH. You can pay in any currency you want for this. The whole lot is 4 pieces of my work, and the minimum reserve price is $2,500 for 4 pieces.
I'll give it to you right now. Don't even do it. I'll give you 2,400. You said
it was going to be the main event of the auction.
Oh, it's just that I'm already signed up.
Mosaic is destroying the auction in one click.
Well, I'll bid at least that much. Oh, we have another guest popping in, but I definitely publicly will bid. I have what is that? 1.1 Ethereum or something like that.
Well, if you want to come and bid, that would be awesome. Like I said, it can be any currency you want. I think you can do Bitcoin, you can do US dollars, you can do stablecoin.
Are they?
It's the 4 pieces that I currently have. I can send you a link to them if you want.
Do you have it a tweet? I can find it on your Twitter if you tweeted it out.
It's on my Twitter, but I tweet so much. I'll shitpost so much that
I think I got it. These 4 pieces right here, updating my pinned post. This one right here.
No, it's not the pinned post.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
Can you pay in A Ether or any odd cryptocurrencies?
So
What's
yeah,
that?
I was gonna say, how does the bidding work if it's not in Ethereum? Because somebody could put in like a fake
You
bid,
bid in
right?
dollars. You bid in dollars, but you can pay in whatever you
Yeah,
want.
but what if like somebody's just trolling, right, to like bid up and then like they just don't pay up at the end? Because that does happen.
No, because all the all the people who are bidding have to fill in a bidding auction form, and they're all going to be vetted beforehand.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
why I'm asking, because I'm pretty public, and you know what I mean. Somebody could be trying to troll me, and who knows?
No, of course, no. This is a legitimate site. They ran an auction just last weekend, so you can look into that. They have a live stream of it, and they're going to be doing a live stream this weekend as well. So you can get in touch with him. He has a Twitter account, the guy who is handling all of this. But they have like a whole company, and they're looking to expand. It's really interesting, but it's like a bit of a long topic. Since how long does this chat run, by the way?
That's a good question.
We have about 15 more minutes on the live stream.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so it's a bit of a long topic, but Ken, but I'd be happy to like explain it to you via DMs after this.
Oh, okay, for sure. But yeah, so I see the 4 pizzas. I'm displaying them for the bros out there. Let me get the link. Copy, post. There we go. So there's an article I just got up for everybody so they could check that out. Or this is the form that they have to fill out. Yeah. But you said starting is 2,400, and I'll definitely kicked off the bid right there. Like that'd be awesome to submit the first bid.
That would be amazing.
That is awesome.
Oh, and by the way, we have Zach here now. Zach is another of the mods on our Discord.
Oh, we made it.
Welcome.
Yeah, you made it.
Nice to be here.
How goes? Appreciate it stopping by, Meng. I guess we could
Hey,
just
what's
jump
up?
you into the
Hey, how's it
deep
going?
end if you want. Maybe just let everybody know a little bit about yourself.
Throw up to the sharks. Yep.
Man.
Hey,
Yeah,
get
we
in
started the
here.
boring stuff. I live in North Carolina, motion
Same.
designer, video guy for shit. It's cool to cuss here too, right?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Been doing this stuff for shit almost 12 years now. Freelance for a while. Now I'm on an in-house team doing motion work during the day. Now I just do doing 3D work on the side. That's mostly what my NFTs are.
Okay.
It's that fun kind of I've got 2 kids, 7 and 9, and shit, they just turned 8 and 10. I'm old. I'm not old enough to
Understandable, lad.
but like watching them go through day-to-day stuff made me realize how much of the shit I made when I was a kid that I miss. Like that imagination and joy and playing with Legos and stuffed animals and stuff. So try to take all that shit from our day jobs and just life as adults and just remember what was fun.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, I
Absolutely.
feel like this is a great topic to bring up while you're here then, Zach, because the view portals and the way that we can view art that artists like yourself are creating that are highly engageable, but
Mhm.
the mediums that we have on like Rarible and MetaMask don't give us that interaction that artists like yourself can provide with their art that you can make into NFTs. I can't
Yeah.
really play with it and touch it and move it, but the art that's being created could provide that if the view portals like Rarible and MetaMask adopted that. So I'm curious, like, do you see marketplaces moving into adopting better viewport? I wouldn't say view portal for lack of a better word, but it's just a way to view your art that you're
Foundation
seeing.
is doing that.
Foundation?
Yeah, they had a option for coming soon 3D import models for OBJ.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool. You need to send me that stuff.
I think something like the sandbox too is going to be huge for that. You're going to be able to kind of sell NFT skins, sell NFT 3D models like that people can run around and use as their avatars,
Hey,
like
look,
stuff
Ken,
like that.
they're holding out on me too, Ken. They're not telling me this stuff.
We did though. Those are the voxel characters.
I was gonna. Well, what I was gonna say is, I don't see a lot of the marketplaces doing that, but I've seen a lot of developers and folks in the NFT community come together and make their own stuff.
Yeah.
Like, where did we just have that? Where did Ben just have their fashion show? Decentraland. Like, that's a cool platform.
Crypto voxels.
Yeah, and crypto voxels.
Yeah, and that's where we have our gallery too.
Yeah.
Do you guys know BitPixie? I wish I knew her name off the top of my head. She's on Twitter. She bought one of my pieces and then she messaged me and she's like, hey, can you make this in a format for a digital picture frame? Because she's going to hang it in her kid's room. so her kid can watch
Aw.
the
That's
clouds
cool.
and stuff move up and down.
Oh,
That's adorable.
see?
I think
Wow.
stuff like that needs to happen more often. And I wish I had a
Yeah,
platform
definitely.
to do stuff like that.
You know what's
Yeah.
crazy? I have this crypto candy vending machine. I told Nathan about it.
I've seen it.
I
touched-
stole it from a conference, but the company said I could keep it because I promoted them after I stole it from them.
He said the guy was like, I don't care.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was so happy. He was so happy I stole it. I swear to
Oh,
God, it was
somebody's
so weird.
gonna show it off. That's cool.
So
Yeah, but
then
basically, if
I
you
don't-
sent
just had-
Bitcoin to it, it would like dispense candy. And I think it would be really cool to have like a digital picture frame or maybe even like
Most
a
expensive candy in the
projector.
world.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, it was using Bitcoin Cash, so the fees were nothing. But so with NFTs though and art, it would be really cool to have like an open source projector. And then if you airdropped art
Yes.
into my address, it would just display on like my wall in my house through the projector.
Yeah.
It's like you
Oh,
said, developers and
possibilities.
artists. Yeah, exactly. That gamification of
Yeah.
art. It's so possible now
God.
because we're digitizing it and providing so much value. The value that we're giving it is incentivizing more utility to be designed.
Yep.
T, you got a webcam.
Yeah.
So this must be going well.
It's-
But we're
this is
missing
going
out
very well.
on
on
Pixelated
that.
World.
Hold
Pixelated
on.
World just joined us.
I want to interject this real quick because I've never
Okay.
seen T face to face before. You have some of the most incredible hair I've ever seen, and I would
That's
not have
Beautiful.
guessed that from our discussion. Like that's just luxurious. You're just rocking it.
I know.
Yeah.
If you were here, I'd try to touch your hair and you'd get
Yeah.
insulted.
I have the
It's
hair.
not just the hair; it's the beard. It's an exceptional beard. I mean, we've got beard. We've got Ken's beard as well. I mean, you can't see me sat behind this screen, but I've got a little bit of a beard, but nothing compared to you guys. I mean, hats off. That's Ken in particular. That's
Thank
years
you.
of
Some
dedication.
major beard game
Yeah,
going on there.
T3D though looks like me if I actually showered.
I felt that beard hair on my face.
I'll take that. Because your beard is majestic as fuck.
Yeah,
It
but I
is.
see yours is bright and red as well, my friend. My beard has
Yeah.
lost its brightness because it's just, the sun.
That's not true. You should see it in the sunlight. It
Yeah, but
shimmers.
that's
I
the only
should-
way.
I cut it short like 3 weeks ago or something because my beard
you need to
becomes
grow it up.
bright red as well.
It's
So,
awesome.
Pixelated World, I feel like, pixelated art is kind of this retro thing coming back with like CryptoPunks, and we're seeing a lot of it. And I see that in your name there. I feel like that might be your demo of topic. So I'm curious, where do you see like, the quote unquote like trash art, low effort pixelated art to some maybe high quality, high effort art? And that it seems to be a battle in the pixelated art world right now of like low effort, high effort, trash art, majestic. It's old and retro, so it's okay. It gets like grandfathered out of the argument. So I'm just curious, like, do you see the tribalism out there with pixelated art in the NFT community?
I'm so glad you asked this question, especially with this high effort, low effort kind of debate that's going on. I'm going to take that question down a couple of routes if I can. I mean, first of all, dealing with high effort, low effort. I think for me, what I'm trying to produce is stepping back. Actually, I produce pixelated art on the basis of real world photography that I've taken. So my whole scope and vision of creating my pieces is that I'm using my traveling experiences and the places I've been, the people I've met, the things I've seen, the things I've done. I kind of find myself in quite mental, crazy situations more often than not. I mean, one of my pieces is based around some landmines I ended up amongst in Vietnam. Some other pieces are it's like altitude sickness in the Himalayas. So for me, with my
Yeah, you have
pixelated
some
pieces,
batshit stories.
Yeah, it's mental.
is
Good
more
way.
than just the pixelation. That there's more to it behind there. So for me, I can see how at first blush someone might look at one of my pieces and think, that's quite low effort because I've used some effects and I've used some kind of modifiers to play with my pieces. But actually, it's only when you understand the real background behind the piece that that's where for me the value is. The value is here for my story. It's these different places, and every time I create a piece and and kind of get to relive that emotion. And I completely get that might not come clear from just looking at a piece, right? So I think there's a lot that needs to happen with this high effort, low effort debate, and I think that comes through. We discussed this yesterday quite a length in our Discord of it's about transparency. It's on the surface you could see that something looks pretty low effort, but actually when you pick behind it and you really look into the piece, there's actually a lot of effort and there's a lot of thought that's gone into them. So I think that the first case is that there just needs to be a discussion between the artists creating the pieces and the collectors maybe wanting to collect, and I think that's the best way forward with this kind of impasse between high effort versus low effort is that there's more to it for me. Some instances you do have really clear bits where it's just like really low effort, and it does just like, well, what's the value in that? But I feel like what's more important in this space is the discussion that goes on around the pieces. So I think it's quite hard to push something into a high effort, low effort without knowing the whole background,
without knowing the story, where
So-
where the artist is coming from.
So I'm curious, so how these marketplaces work with the metadata, especially things like, Rarible or mostly, these Ethereum-based ones. It's kind of hard to get that story out in the description, right? And then once it's bought and resold, the buyer, how do they tell their story when they're listing it in their new metadata, right? In that listing, to let the next buyer know what it means to them as well. And I think the only platform that I've seen that even has something like this at all is Mintable.app. So when you're listing an NFT for sale, you can fill out like a bio, a description, and about, and all this, and even the artist and then the secondary buyer, whichever buyer or seller it is, can write a long form explanation and put a very detailed, message out with the art. I'm just curious, do you think, it's the artist's responsibility to convey what the art means to them? Or is it really up to, the community or the buyer that's interested to figure it out like an Easter egg?
It's a good question. I think you've got everyone's got their own platform and voice that they can use through Twitter's being the obvious first place where, you can see the history of what people are creating. You can get to know people relatively easily from kind of just the last, say, 15, 20 tweets. You can kind of see what they're about. And
100%. Like, I have to say, sorry to jump in, but yes, having your own platform where you can have like your own mission statement, like away from the selling areas, is so important. Like away from the selling platforms, away from Rarible
Every
and
artist
OpenSea.
should have their own Telegram so that their community has a place to talk to each other. I mean, you don't have to be there all day, every day, but at least your buyers
or Discord.
Community,
we have
or
Discord.
We have a Discord.
I'm sorry, I'm such a Discord hater, and I don't even mean it. I really don't. It is way more organized than Telegram. I can give you that. Okay, Telegram's
doing
a
my best to
nightmare.
keep the entire Discord organized, so we do a good
Yeah,
job.
T3 keeps all our channels in check. We have a channel for literally everything. It's amazing.
But yeah, every artist should have their own outlet for their community to, gather and flock and engage with each other. I think, that's really important for sure.
Yeah. It helps you with analytics too. You get to see your base that shows you how many you should maybe be minting. All right, what percentage of people are actually buying your things versus just kind of interacting in the community. So it gives you a lot of different analytics to look at.
Yeah, and it also helps to get to know.
I just realized since Pixelated World joined that all we've been seeing is like Palm's nose down. Just because of the way the zoom moved.
Oh, I moved it.
I've ruined everything.
Oh, so I thought like
you did.
I fixed it.
Oh God, thanks for that. Hopefully you didn't.
Nobody in the chat said anything. I wasn't.
Come on, chat. What are you doing?
I just wanted to go and check and see what time we were at, and I have pretty good instincts because I checked at the exact 1 hour mark. So I guess we could do a final recap here. Let everybody go around the table and let the audience know what they're up to as an artist individually, what they could be looking forward to, or how they can get their art. So I guess we'll pass the torch over to the talking stick over to Palm, and she can pass it Lord of the Flies style.
Yeah, Lord of the Flies.
I
I
guess
got the
it's
con.
Clubhouse style, right? For 2020 references.
Clubhouse, yeah.
Put up your
Raising
hand,
my
Paul.
hand.
Yeah, blink your mic.
Okay, yeah. Hi, pick me. All right. So my latest thing is this auction I mentioned, where I'm going to be auctioning off 4 of my pieces. Well, they're going to be auctioned off by an actual auctioneer live via voice chat, which is crazy and
You gonna
fun.
talk fast?
Huh?
Oh,
Are they
yeah,
gonna
it's
talk fast?
I hope
Yeah.
so. I hope so.
Come on.
The lady in the and the
I
hammer.
want that
No,
so
yeah.
bad.
It's
I
not
know.
that
I really,
fast, but
I
it's pretty
really
good.
hope he does. Yeah, but that's going to be on Saturday at midnight UTC. So I think that would probably be like 7 p.m. EST on Saturday. I'll have to do the time zone math like in Google or
Definitely.
something. But so yeah, my pieces, the reserve price for 4 of my pieces is $2,500, which is pretty good for my work because currently I'm selling at roughly 0.5 ETH per piece, more or less. So this is actually kind of a little bit of a bargain for 4 of my pieces. So yeah, people should check that out. And other than that, I'm going to keep doing my thing, keep working on my series. I actually have a portrait of Ken that I need to get minted. Right, I keep meaning to do that. It needs to be on Atomic Hub.
Yeah, that's how we met.
I should make
so
one of
definitely
you
do
too.
it.
Yeah, I need to make one of you too, Nathan. I should make you a portrait too.
Go for it. Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing my thing, keep working on my series. I have a bunch of voodoo loas and just like a bunch of crazy crap coming up.
Crypto voxels, your crypto
And my
voxels
crypto
gallery.
voxels gallery. Yeah, everybody should come check that out. Should I DM you the
Yeah, the
link real
coordinates.
quick,
Yeah, if
Ken?
you have the
Yeah,
coordinates,
definitely.
I'll put it in the
Yeah, I can grab
in the
those.
live stream. I'll put everything together in a comment below if this is on like Facebook or Twitter or wherever, and then
Yeah,
if it's, YouTube,
I'll
add it to
grab
the
those for you right
description.
now. But in the meantime, I'll pass the talking stick over to Tori.
Oh, cool. I can show you what I've been doing right now.
Yeah,
Oh wow, a real artist.
Whoa.
It's
NFC Hype
Love
Squad.
that.
excuse me, I've never been so insulted in my life being called a real artist. How dare you.
No, it's weird, right? All of a sudden, we don't want that anymore.
We don't want that.
No.
What am I up to? Actually, I'm really liking the humans thing, like the one you bought that I'm doing. So if you're on the Ghost Market and you want to get like a $2 collectible from my stuff, you can pick one up for about $2 worth of cacao. And if you want to participate in and try to get a free one, you just follow me on Twitter, and you can probably get one of one humans if you come up with a origin story for one of them.
Can I send you $420 for the drawing you just did?
What? 420 for that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's
It
awesome.
really is.
I
Yeah,
sell
do
things
it,
for
do
$2,
it,
and
do
you're like,
it.
you want all this money?
He's
Do
gonna
do
force you to
all
be an
the money?
artist.
You want all this
I
money?
just like the number
I
420.
reject.
Or yeah, I'll give you $1 for it instead. How's that?
I'll accept on her
That's more my
behalf.
speed.
But it's my meme. It's just a meme number. That's why it's $1. $1 to you is the 420 meme to me.
Look,
It's the same.
if it's important to you that it's 420, that's fine. I'll deal with it.
Please deal with it.
I deal with it.
She'll deal with that huge amount
yeah.
of money.
I will send
But,
you my address. I really do love it. It's
Oh
the
my
fact
gosh,
that
I'd
you did it
love
while
to
we were
send out a
here. It
physical
means a
piece.
lot. So that would be cool.
Oh no, thank you so much. I'd love to send out a physical piece because I did a couple of oil paintings up, and I was like, oh, maybe somebody would like the physical with the NFT, and there was just no
Definitely.
interest. And I was like, oh, I'd really like to send
Mhm.
something out. So
Yeah,
I'd be
they're the
stoked to send you that.
scalpers. They're the ones that are flipping. They don't understand the meaning of
Yeah.
like, loving true art. They don't even know how to appreciate art properly. That's why they don't want it.
Yeah. I hope, like you were saying earlier, that people just buy what they love, because I think then we'll just
Yeah, I
see
tell
the money
people if
kind
you
of
don't love me,
spread
don't
out.
buy my NFT.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And something else you were saying earlier as well about the sort of artist, the story and stuff. I think having a personal website has been really valuable for me. Even if nobody else is seeing it, me sort of getting an overview of my stuff. So if anybody does want to check out everything that I'm doing, I have toribat.com. So easy.
You mind-
Everything's kind of there with links and stuff.
Sorry, I just want to jump in for a moment because I literally have to do this. I cannot go a day without hyping my mother's work. Okay. So I just need to. Sorry, Ken. I'm gonna drop
Oh,
her.
you
open
had
sea
your
store.
chance. You had the stick. You forgot.
I
You
know. I
didn't
stole
even
it
raise
back.
your hand,
Pressed it.
Tom.
I'm passing it back to
The
Paul.
conch has
Alright,
been
that's very-
redeemed.
See, I'm getting it back.
Yeah.
Tori owns a piece by my mom, so she can vouch for the quality of my mom's work.
Hmm.
So I sent you her
awesome.
open sea store.
I love her
Definitely.
work. Her work is amazing, and I was in love with it as soon as I saw it, and I was so stoked that I managed to get a few sales on OpenSea so that I could afford that, and that is so exciting to me. I've never been able to be an art collector in real life, and
Yeah.
in this scene, you can make a collection, and it's really exciting. So
Yeah.
Palm's mum
So
It's
Yeah, I saw your mom
She's
comment on
amazing.
one of my tweets, and I was just like, I don't have any Ethereum, and my anxiety stopped me from engaging. I was just like, I don't have any Ethereum though.
I do that too. I'm like, I can't.
oh well, you should
I have
definitely
some
look
right
at her.
now,
She has
though.
some.
I do have some Ethereum. I moved over. I've been buying some
Oh.
art today on the Ethereum blockchain. So send me all the links.
Is my mom gonna get a still too?
Send me all the
I
links.
sent you the link. Yeah, it's in your.
Oh, you sent me the link to your mom's right now.
Yeah,
on Twitter?
it's in the DM.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
she
add
has
that right now
animations
to the
up.
chat so they can check that out. There we go.
Where's the talking stick now?
Yeah. I was
The
gonna-
talking stick. Sorry, I just wanted to make sure to hype my mom because you know me. All right, talking stick is now in T3D's hands.
yeah. Quit
Oh,
bogarting
right.
it.
Thank you.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, I'm
No, it's
currently
awesome.
busy working on my sort of mental health thesis. So inspired heavily by phobias. I'm currently just started the auction on my agoraphobia piece on OpenSea, and slowly working my way through it. Pom owns one pieces of that. We're sort of visualizing like headaches and being overwhelmed. Another piece was bought by Domino for being afraid of hospitals. And yeah, currently agoraphobia is my current one up on auction on OpenSea, and working on more mimics as well. Just sort of splitting
Fucking
into
Domino
one.
outbid me on that piece. I wanted that piece.
It's currently up on OpenSea for 0.175. The startup bid hasn't been started yet, so feel free to have a look.
Sounds beautiful.
I make spooky art.
He makes spooky art, Tim Burton sort of shit.
That's awesome.
The colors are so good.
Yeah. All right, Zach.
Oh, okay.
I'll pass
Oh,
the stick to
yeah,
Zach.
I just bought a piece of your mom's art.
Which one?
Oh yes.
Which
Yeah, love
one?
it.
It has
Love
like it has a battleship in it in some like shadows. I don't know. I just saw a ship and I was like, ooh, that's a boat. No, it's
Yeah.
a schooner, idiot.
Oh,
You ever see
That's so
Mallrats where he's like, yo, it's a boat, and he's like, it's a scooter, you idiot.
He's like staring at it
oh,
for
she's
days.
gonna be so hyped.
It just made me think of that
I
Mallrats
can't wait to
movie.
tell her.
I fucking love that. Where he's
I
like,
love it.
I
So
don't
mad.
see the boat, and it's
I
like,
don't see it.
oh, there's the boat, and it's like a little kid. He's like, it's called a schooner.
Yeah, I've never seen anything in one of those
Yeah.
pictures.
Oh,
Confirmation
I'm-
finally received. It is mine.
Ooh.
Oh my
Nice.
god!
He owns it.
Greedy art collector.
I need to go tell her like as soon as this is over.
need to tell her while you're on camera.
Oh,
Yeah, I picked up one from T3D as well. Pretty crazy stuff you got there, bro. Dude, I would
Thanks
love
so
to do a
much.
collab with you. That would be pretty badass if you're
oh,
Oh, most
Oh.
definitely reach out.
you should model beards.
Yeah,
It
say
needs
yes to
be
that
something
one.
to do with a big bushy beard.
Yeah, I want to do something pretty interesting.
Some-
I feel like I could indoctrinate you over to Wax and show you that, Wax.
Oh, I
we
want to
could-
get into wax too.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just think,
Don't
hit
know
me up.
enough about it, but I'll learn.
Yeah, a lot of your stuff would be perfect over there.
Let me bring up
Start learning.
T3D's store for everybody again one more time, like he was just talking about it with his auction right here. You can place a bid for 0.175 at the moment, and I'll post that link here in the chat for everybody as well. There we go. Dude, this is just insane. Is this so? This is like if I feel like if I wore 3D glasses, right, this would do a thing.
Yeah,
Oh,
a little,
yeah.
probably a
That's
little.
super-
Yeah, that's the vibe it gets. It has that kind of like slightly unfocused look, like you needed to
Yeah.
wear the 3D glasses to see it like properly. I
It
love
looks,
it.
It looks really like floaty. Like I don't understand how you got it to actually look like it's more than
And-
just 2-dimensional. You know, like I don't know. It's like an optical illusion, I guess, or something.
I
It's
just
also-
want to
use
stick my hand in and pick it up. That's what I want to do. I just want to
Yeah.
kind of feel it. I want to put my hands in the screen and just kind of play around with it. Well, it's just awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, if you look
And-
at it long enough, it looks like it's floating in my screen. Like
And by the way, Ken and Nathan, if you ever swing by our Discord, T3D does like modeling for his pieces live, like on stream, so you can watch him work. It's really fun.
That's what I was going to say. He
Oh.
works in ZBrush. Sorry to give away your secrets. And
Yeah.
he was showing me how to do it.
He shows us how to do it.
He made one. He's like, here's a sphere. Here's how you start shaping it.
So you're like the literal Bob Ross of
10
NFTs.
10
Right now.
goddamn minutes later, Ken had this freaking scary clown from like Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
I'll send it to you. I have it on Ghost.
Killer
Market as
Clowns
well.
from Outer Space is one of my favorite
Yeah.
movies to eat
They're
mushrooms
great.
and watch. By the way,
One of the best.
yeah. If you really want to freak out and laugh at the same time, Killer Clowns and eat the mushrooms, you'll thank me in the morning.
And
I'll send.
You'll feel
Attack of the
brand
Killer
new.
Tomatoes. That's in the same vein too.
Oh, true.
Kind of, I just
Oh,
sent.
Attack of
I
the-
love that
that's
movie.
a classic.
Okay,
Like
we lost track of
Pumpkinhead
the
ones.
talking stick. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that stick moving.
I
It's
just sent
okay.
you the clown he mentions, but yeah, I do sometimes when I explain things to people, I mostly use clowns to make for like tutorial sake.
It was
So
incredible.
whose
to
turn
watch.
was it? Zach's
Default.
turn?
Oh,
Sure.
and this one you
I
have
probably
on
have some-
Ghost Market.
Yeah.
I don't know how much soul I have left. I wanna
That's
find
all
out.
feels very appropriate for horror-based NFTs, by the way. Here's
Yeah,
my
most
scary
definitely.
clown on Ghost Market. I'll buy
Only
it.
cost you
Oh yeah.
200 soul.
Would
yeah.
cost you a soul.
Oh, cool! I bought it. I had enough soul. I didn't know if I had enough.
Somebody let me talk so
shit.
Ken still has money.
Yeah.
Oh man, we need to come on this podcast like every week, you people.
I like art way more than I like money.
Yeah.
Same.
I love it. No, we're gonna
I
be
spend
back,
way
Ken.
too much
We're
on
gonna
art.
just keep, getting you to buy all our
Can this
work.
be a weekly thing? Yeah.
Yeah. The art in my office.
Yeah, see, this has that same like 3D kind of effect to it.
Yeah, it's trippy, right? That clown.
Yeah, it's mine now.
I wish you could turn the.
It's
I wish you could turn the model. Going back to what we talked
I don't
about.
know how to say, but my mind's blown.
Good.
Oh, man.
I'm just trying to
I'm
buy
so
your
bad at
love so we can
compliments.
collaborate.
But you've seen his
Sure.
other turning stuff. It doesn't just stop on the front. It's details all the way
yeah,
around.
dude, it's sick. It's completely.
Yeah, you two
like-
need a collaboration.
I could
that'd be
probably
crazy.
get a 3D printer to print that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
most
Yeah, that's
definitely.
what I've been
Yeah.
saying. They look like little
Definitely.
collectibles for like tabletop role playing. I love them.
Okay, real
Sponsored by a toy
quick. Somebody else
company.
interrupt me.
Just
Yeah, go
saying.
Uh,
Zach shoots.
find me on Twitter at ZS Wilkinson. I've got a link tree in there that'll take you to Foundation and my OpenSea market as well. There's a link in there to the Hype Squad Crypto Voxel Gallery, and my personal site is all in that link tree under ZS Wilkinson. I've got a series going right now called Dream Castle, and I just posted Dream Castle #2 on Foundation a few weeks ago, and a couple of variants on OpenSea. So it's like, here's at night with the fairies and stuff floating and some ethereal music. And then you go to OpenSea and it's like, here's what it looks like during the day. Here's what it looks like at evening.
Oh.
And I'm working on #3 right now. Just a little sneak peek.
Palm,
The
can you
castle's
send me a
gonna be-
link, or bro, can you send me a link on Twitter real quick so I can bring that up for the chat? Because that sounds really.
And so he can buy all your pieces, I guess.
Shut
Yeah.
up!
He hasn't bankrupted himself already.
I
I'm
am.
working on-
I'm cash poor and art rich.
No, I think
We
you
love
Way
it.
to
We
go.
love you, Ken.
We
This
love
is
it. We love
amazing.
it.
like the UFO I have on
I love the UFO. It's so
on
so
Foundation
adorable.
too.
I
That's
love my favorite by Zach though are his cuties, his cute guys.
I love the ones
Yeah.
lost
New
in the
ones are
wilderness.
so
Yeah.
adorable.
I'm working
I love
on
the cute
a
guys.
daily character challenge. I'm on day 42.
Whoa.
Good lord.
Just
It's prolific.
put this in the chat here if that is.
Oh, that'll work.
There's that.
Ah, yes.
And that's the Instagram link, and here's the foundation link.
Whoa,
And-
that is crazy. I love it. It's so
Mushrooms
bright.
are cool.
It's very colorful.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like I said, just capture.
What the fuck is this? Bro, tell me
Maybe
you
a Tim
see
Bozak
it.
one.
Tell me you see it, Nathan. Tell me you see it.
Are you looking at the
Are you
Tanuki?
looking at it right now?
Is it on the Instagram one?
The first link that he just sent me, it's the middle. If you scroll down 1, 2, 3, you'll see it. 4, you'll notice it as soon as you see it, bro.
Oh, I hope you're talking about the Tanuki.
I don't know what it's called because I have to
Doesn't
log
record
in,
it
but I
anymore.
can't log in. It won't let me log the fuck in, so I can't see the name of it. All right, here we go.
Yeah, I keep 'cause I'm not logged in either. I keep scrolling down real fast.
It
and then
says
puts the
Tim is
pop-up
not
on.
a ghost. He's just a floaty guy.
He's just a floating guy.
I like it.
I drew something just like this with Nathan the other day.
That's
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that's why
Like
it's
this
so
is
cool.
like something very similar to what's hanging on my wall right now.
Yeah, we did a physical collaboration.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's
That
so
is
cool.
so
Freaking
crazy right
zeitgeist,
now.
man.
Yes.
You guys
That's
are.
fucking
I want to
awesome.
collab with everyone here now. Like everybody's talking about collabs. Let's do it.
Same.
So let me
Mhm.
post this in the chat for everybody to check out Zach's Instagram, and then you sent me another link for Foundation and OpenSea, right? So let me just make
Yeah.
sure everybody here, if you want to get some links together, I can share it and try to make sure I put everything in a tweet and the descriptions and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me grab it. I don't have anything for sale right
And
now, but
here's
I will.
OpenSea. Yeah, you don't have anything for sale. That's why I got to bid
Not yet, but
$2,500.
I produce quickly enough though, so sooner rather than later I'll probably drop something new. I will drop my OpenSea collection anyway.
Where do we drop the links? I'm confused. now.
I'm just
just
sending them
DM'd
to him via DMs on Twitter.
All right, I
I've
bought
jumped
I
about
bought
it.
one of your pieces, Zach, from
Oh.
OpenSea. I think it was 0.1.
Thanks,
That's
Ken. I
That's
appreciate
so
it.
awesome.
He is the
Tim's making
tide
every
that lifts
dream
your
come true out
ships.
here.
I love the
Come on,
description.
guys. We must be close to
15, you're
bankrupting.
feeling the FOMO, aren't you?
No, I just love art. It's called Dream Ranch, and
Oh, that one is adorable.
yeah, it's just cute. And I just, like I said, it's so colorful, and like I like that it's focused on the one in the front there. It looks like, again, it's like just floating.
And that one's actually cool. I did that as part of this ranch group a couple weeks ago that this dude Brain Pasta had started to help raise money for a friend of his whose daughter.
I know Brain Pasta.
Yeah.
This is so great.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I
is.
see that 20% of proceeds will be donated to charity right there in the
Yes, I'm
description.
gonna throw that to his friend's daughter here in a little bit once that clears through. So thank you for that.
No,
Very
thank
cool,
you
man.
for
That's awesome.
Thank you.
thank you for the opportunity to donate and have a piece of art as well. It's such a win-win.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. All right,
Alright,
I
Tim.
guess we want to give the mic on over to Sustain. You have any mics or any
Hey,
mics?
Sustain.
Any links?
Yeah, I just DM'd you that on Twitter. That's just my website. I'm not really selling anything. Actually, I don't know if I introed myself earlier, but I'm Sistine. I guess I should do that. It's nice to meet everybody.
What's up?
Yeah, how's it going, Nathan? Doing all right?
Yeah, man. How you doing?
Living the dream, you know. Yeah, so I sent that link to Ken. I'm not selling anything, but I'm working on a pretty big interwoven.
You better take a
project
picture
that I
of
think is gonna
something
go
for that sale because
long
Ken's
term.
buying.
I know.
You better
He's-
take
he's
a
buying it
picture
too.
and put it on sale.
Where are you
Just a
going,
picture
bro?
of his
Everything I've
thumb.
got.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm working on a pretty. I guess it's kind of top secret. I haven't even told people in the Hive Squad yet, but it's a pretty big interwoven project that'll have a lot of different things going on. So I'm working on that now. I'm pretty
Ooh.
excited about it. Yeah.
Nice.
This
By the way,
fucking
Nathan-
liar is selling art on
Nathan-
Rarible right now, and I just bought it, so I don't know what you're talking about, homie.
I'm not
Deep
selling art on
Dream
Rarible.
Doggos?
Oh, that's me.
Green doggos.
Looking at me
that's
again.
Tori.
Yeah.
I just
Don't
clicked
buy
on.
that.
I just clicked on links. Mine.
Well, you
Looking at the-
somehow
Just
robbed
buying
the
stuff.
Tories. You're
Looking
just
at the wrong
throwing
piece
money
of
at
mail.
Tories.
Yeah.
Nathan, by the way, what's your Twitter handle? Because I don't know if
Love
We
is
are
the
I
friends.
don't have
answer.
it, I think.
I'm love is the answer. It's
All
got
right,
like
where did
hearts
you
and
send me
planets
that
by it
DM?
and stuff.
Oh, bro, they threw you in the spam. They did you dirty, homie.
Oh,
Oh,
that's too bad.
Yo, Twitter did you dirty. They threw you in the spam. All right, let me bring
Yeah,
that.
if you follow
link
me,
up.
I'll follow you back and stuff. Or I'll try
Bam.
to. It's hard to.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
just followed you.
Yeah, I'm buying
Oh, thank you.
everything. So Nathan wasn't wrong. So here we go. I see. What the fuck? Zoom out. I can't see the art. There we go. It's like so big, bro. Your art is huge, dude.
Yeah, it's huge.
huge.
So yeah, this third one right here, like you said, I would have bought this one for sure, just for the record.
The hands. I
Oh.
mean,
Bobo.
Yeah.
yeah, that's probably the only one I'm keeping forever because I want to be able to use that as a profile picture forever. You know.
It's kind of why I wanted to buy it.
Yeah. I
Hell yeah.
We're on the same page, bro. So let me share this out to the chat real quick, and yeah, go on, man. What were you up to? I'm so sorry, I distracted.
No, that's all right. I'm working on something that is going to connect probably the next 20 projects I do. There's kind of going to be an interlocking story between everything and kind of a lot of mystery that goes into different stuff. And so it's going to be kind of just, I'm just excited about it. I'll be putting something out soon, I'm sure. So I'm sure I'll tell the Hype Squad about it. after
Very
they ask me about it
mysterious.
in just a little bit. So I couldn't keep it secret for too long, but yeah, I think it'll be really good. I think I'm really excited about it. I haven't minted anything yet, so I'm just kind of trying to figure out long term what to do, steps to take, and things like that.
All right, so now it's like a Justin Sun announcement of an announcement. I like your marketing strategy. Keep them waiting.
Layers on layers, It's all about layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
It's
you
proven strategy.
at least you gave me
Works.
time to refresh my wallet's balance.
Because now I'm curious.
All right, so Pixelated World, I got a link up here as well for your stuff.
Yeah,
Let
I
me
just
make
dropped you a link there, Ken.
Appreciate that.
No, appreciate you. Appreciate this opportunity. I mean, this the Hype Squad and this Discord has been a real kind of it's been a tough few months. I've been suffering from long COVID, and so this place is just an awesome place just to hang out with people and get to see other artists and really kind of interact with people in a way that
We're
I've
gonna
never
bring
really done
Ken
before.
and Nathan in. Like we will have to drag them into
They
our
have to
Discord,
drag-
but
to be tracked.
It's an
Definitely.
exceptional
We'll get
place,
it. Having a
so just
blast.
want to really promote that. Just first and foremost, promote these guys and Pom and
Aw.
we called him Ted. There's T3D,
Ted.
but these guys are awesome. But for what am I working on? So my latest kind of series, if you will, kind of cross-platform, kind of FND and OpenSea at the moment. It's about my travels. I'm really focusing in on kind of this storytelling element. It's something I've quite enjoyed. I've got quite a few more. Well, I've got a lot more random stories of kind of dangerous scenarios that I've ended up in. And so the first one I mentioned was the landmines piece. It's my debut piece on FND. That's still available. And then OpenSea as well. There's one in. It's a moth, which for me perfectly encapsulates a tiny village in the Annapurna region of Nepal. Where it was actually my birthday, and there was this huge moth that was flying around inside, just causing chaos in the mess room. And so we're trying to have this nice family dinner with the locals, and there's this moth just kind of causing chaos, food flying all over the place. They don't like moths by the sound of things.
I hate moths.
Oh.
They
So
are
that's
like
one
the
of the
bane
pieces.
of my existence.
I always felt bad for moths because I always knew how like sensitive their wings were and like how short their lives were, and like rain would just like kill them, and I've always just sympathized for moths. So like whenever I seen people swat at them, I cringed inside. I was just like, oh no, their lives are already so hard.
Yeah,
I
I'm with
always
you.
try
Ken.
to capture them and release
I feel
them
like that
outside,
about
but they
spiders.
explode in dust like when you collect them.
Oh.
It's like, oh, so bad.
Well, this moth was having a time of its life. Don't worry about that. That was all like a super
Big
moth.
was it?
I'm trying to add more Ethereum to my wallet, so keep talking.
Yeah, sure. And so what's coming next is I've got a couple more ideas for new pieces I want to be creating. The sneak preview. One of them is going to be how I nearly drowned about 2 kilometers out in out to sea surfing. The backstory to that is just said yes when I shouldn't have done. Ended up on a boat with some locals and went surfing 2K out to sea.
Wow.
So that happened. So I'm going to have I'm going to try and encapsulate that in lots of blues, lots of greens, and probably quite a powerful image of hopefully the sea and some waves breaking. That would be kind of where that piece is, that direction behind that one. And then the other one is going to be a motorbike piece. I bought a motorbike in the south of Vietnam, just from a random guy on the side of the road. And,
I love your stories. I swear to God.
I don't know if you've ever seen Top Gear when they did the north-south kind of going up the spine of Vietnam by motorbike.
Yeah.
But basically they cheated because they were on they could, they're rich, right? And so they kind of they shipped their bike to and fro. They avoided the most dangerous roads, whereas I went straight up those things. I just went straight up the spine of Vietnam. And so there's some awesome one. I mean, I could speak for hours about this thing. I mean, I was there for a month. I met some incredible locals. Stayed with an army guy because the road I was traveling on was too dangerous. There were too many bandits, so he pulled me in. So I stayed for a night at his house. Met his family the next day. Kind of crashes, monsoons, roads collapsing. It's got everything. This series could go on forever, and I'm just so excited to pull these pieces together and start telling these stories. As I say, I love telling stories. I could be down the pub for hours telling stories, you know. And if I can use this opportunity through this NFT movement and get a broader kind of community base to tell these stories and engage with and learn about other people's crazy stories, you know, that for me would be a great opportunity to do a collab with someone else. Is here's some of the dumb shit they've done. And we can work something out together, you know.
You had me at dumb shit.
Dumb shit, man.
So I went
think
ahead
we
and
all-
placed
yeah.
a bid on your foundation piece and picked up that butterfly on
No.
OpenSea, my bro.
Oh shit!
Oh my God!
Oh, fuck!
Congrats,
Finally, that took
Vix.
forever until it got.
Yes.
a
Ken, you can't see my face right now, but I'm just wow. I'm never speechless, but this is oh wow.
Oh
That's
my
incredible. Thanks so much.
You're welcome,
Making
bro.
dreams come true, eh?
Damn.
Congrats, Vix. That's awesome.
Hopefully, I
Thank you
can
so much.
encourage more people to go out and FOMO and spend their stimulus on art instead of Nikes and Xboxes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
We can do that for sure. We
Either
can
pay
do
your
that
rent
for
or buy
sure.
art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
buy art.
Do
Ken, you're an absolute madman, but I think we all love
We
you.
love you. This has been
That's
so
phenomenal.
great.
Thank you. What a wow. Jeez, what a
He's
day.
the best.
What a day.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll wrap things up. We went about a half hour over, but I think it was well
was
worth
worth
it.
it.
Well worth
We were having too much fun.
Hey,
Oh, my
BTC Kyle in the chat. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Hey.
Much appreciated. See a lot of people here. Thanks for the super chat from Fat Baby. Said thanks for liking my art. I picked up a Fat Baby.
Nice.
Thanks,
Um,
fat baby.
Oh, I love this stuff. I'm so jealous you got one.
yeah, he had me at the banana hammock. I'm such a sucker.
Oh yeah.
Ken loves the good
Sorry,
banana.
once you get that $420 from Ken, you can buy some.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely
Oh,
getting a
that's
fat
true.
I'm
baby.
Yeah,
going on a
yeah,
shopping
yeah.
spree.
So,
Thanks,
getting
Ken.
a
I'm
fat
going on
baby.
shopping spree.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got. Oh yeah. Do you have a .eth address? I can send it if you have an ENS.
Oh, me.
Do you have
Yeah.
You have an
That just my
ENS?
MetaMask thing.
Yeah, but do you have an ENS
Yeah.
name? Send me your MetaMask address in the chat here. I'll send you the 420 right now and my address.
You are insane and fantastic.
I love it.
Crazy
You
like a
have
So
to-
frog.
Okay, Ken,
I-
but are you really gonna come by and kick off my auction though?
Absolutely.
'Cause
I
that's-
got enough Ethereum and shitcoins, trust me.
Holy
I
shit!
did fairly well this year.
It's
Have
fun.
to remember
And
to,
it's only like April.
People just give us shit coins.
I'm
please
just sitting
remember
here
to
like
send
still
your
mind
address for
blown
physical
that you
post.
just.
I
pushed
think
the work
we're all
online.
just like,
Like,
what,
dude,
what
like,
the fuck?
what
I
is
don't know.
happening? Like,
Don't feel bad.
I'm s-
Him and I have millions of shit coins.
I don't know what those are.
like,
We love it. No, this is so great to see. Like,
This is
oh,
phenomenal.
oh man,
we love you, Ken.
like I started
Lots of
this
love.
This
when
is
I
the
started in
way.
the scene. I was like scammed out of some things, and I was like on the brink of should I continue with this or not? And it was like
Yeah.
the entire Discord pulled together, like, no,
Yeah.
you need to continue. Like, okay, thank you.
My last
and
my
like,
last sale.
Here we are.
My last sale was a guy who messaged me after he placed the bid, and then said they wanted to cancel it because I didn't have a foundation invite to give them. And so I was like,
Ugh.
huh, maybe NFTs aren't for me. So
Yeah.
No.
thank you for
That-
helping.
That
change my
fucker.
mind on
That pissed me off so much. Like, oh, I guess I won't buy your work if you're not gonna invite me to foundation. It's like, oh, dude.
yeah,
Who
I'm
does
still
that?
getting so many questions for invites for a foundation. Like, I'm not a fucking vending machine.
Okay, I know this
You
is
were
a
a Ken would
podcast and you're gonna
steal
put
you.
it out. The email saying I got more foundation invites. That's
Don't say that.
Hey.
Don't say that out loud.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That is a
Add to it,
can of
man.
worms. Oh dear. Oh,
I had to DM Palm your Ethereum address so I could copy and paste it because my other wallet, Ethereum. I don't like Ethereum as much as I like art. So
Wait, whose address do you need?
no, I sent Palm just got a random DM from me because I had to send the Ethereum address from.
Oh.
I had to send it from Zoom to Twitter so I could use my phone to
It's
just
crazy.
so much.
Whose
Complicated.
address is that? Is that Tori's?
Oh, I could put my address in the notes.
Yes.
Yeah, I just got a random address from Ken. It might be yours, Tori. I'm not sure.
I think
Yeah,
it
it
must
is
be.
because
Yeah,
she sent it in Zoom.
Well, now my
Yeah.
address is on the blockchain
Okay,
and the
I'm fine with being
metadata
the
of the
middleman for this
transaction.
transaction.
You're
My-
the
Appreciate it.
transaction responder.
You'll
Said-
get your big fat commission you're owed for this being the middle.
Oh,
All right, $420 headed your way, Tori. My address is in
You're
the
insane.
metadata, so if
This
you
is
need it, let
awesome.
me know. But it should be there.
Sorry, that's so cool.
yeah.
Thank you so
Holy-
much. Seriously,
holy
I that's like double what I think of
And
my
now
biggest
don't
sale. So thank you.
stop undervaluating yourself, Tori, because your
I'll
art is
try.
worth
Your
way
art
I'm
more.
not
is
making any promises,
outstanding.
but-
Way more. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
That was amazing,
Yeah,
and I watched you do it here. So exactly what he said. All right, so let's wrap things up. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I appreciate all the super chats. All the links are there. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the description in a bit. So if you want, just check them out on Twitter. Everybody's in the title. There might be one or two missing from there, but you could always join their community and find them there. As always, have a day.
Oh, yeah. If you want to join the community, you'll want to message either me or T3D because we are a little bit choosy. We don't like to welcome in too many people at once. And we worry about issues because we've had scammers join the group. So we are a little bit picky about who we let in, but just message us and get to know us. And we're usually pretty easy about letting people in.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right.
Just be
Nathan, they won't
gentle,
let you in, probably.
be nice, and make cool shit.
Yeah, buy
Yeah.
more art.
Oh, and if
Yes.
you want to easily slide into my DMs, just ask me what kind of pizza toppings I like. That's like my go-to question.
That's the way to get you.
That's it.
So-
That's the way.
Me and my wife bonded over onion rings, so I feel you.
Oh, it's so good.
Come on.
Food.
We
Bring
could do this
together.
for days. I feel like I have
I know.
to let
Yeah,
you guys
I'm having
go.
a blast.
We still
It
have
was lovely to meet
we
you,
have dozens
Ken
of
and
people
Nathan.
watching. Thanks everybody for sticking with us for so long. Please retweet, like, and share, and all the good stuff. Drop your addresses if you sell art. Comment it. I don't like delete any of that stuff. I do encourage people to shield their shit. Be your own shitcoin. My quote on Twitter is "Be your own Satoshi." We can make money irrelevant, and art is the currency of the future. So
Yes,
have a
yes,
day.
yes, yes.
Have a day. We love you.
Bye.
It was
Yeah.
lovely day, everyone.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. Zomcam bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.